Um, so one thing that we've been pointing out is that it helps. There is a point that's saying that it's economically healthy for us, but it could help us our economy more often. But then we start focusing more on the economy rather than on our environment. This does have a long-term effect in our environment and could damage our Earth globally, that we only have once, rather than our economy. So what my opponent has said that if done properly of fracturing, it will have no result of these contaminations of water if done properly. Majority of these results that I have pointed out from saying that from Denmark, Pennsylvania, if this was done properly, we wouldn't have been seeing this contamination of methane into the drinking water. Also, I wanted to point out that what fracturing has caused, what fracturing has into its chemicals when going into the water is that it has very toxic, mutagenic type of chemicals into it. The United States is such they have it as secrecy that they have this type of chemicals and such, which is pointed out as a haloubutyrant loophole, which is basically just these type of what these toxic contaminations are. Now let me be more elaborate into what the causes of earthquakes with fracking. Once they're done finishing with the with the well, what they do is they put water and sand into it. What this water would do into the faults or anywhere in the soil was that it would just make less friction, which caused more of a potential idea of having it become more likely to be more to have more earthquakes. So that just brings out that it does show signs of earthquakes. Back what I said before was that in 2008, when they had the fracturing into the businesses around these areas of the DFW airport, they just started to have these series of earthquakes just because of these fracturing business have been coming around. To go on further, I wanted to talk about the air pollution. He also mentioned that yes, maybe it does it maybe be cleaner, but it's still considered contamination into our ozone layer and does contain some harmful ways to affect it. But also, he never mentioned how it affects the people's health. Like I said, that there was in rural areas where fracking is a boom. There's unhealthy spikes and more issues into of people's health. What type of characteristics that they have into these areas is just a shortness of breath, dizziness, and nosebleeds. Nosebleeds. That was said by the Natural Resources and Defense Council. That got the information by near fracking sites in Colorado. And to go on further into an economic standpoint into this, fracking is just a temporary thing. There is a possibility of having it to be a boom or a bubble bursting. What it does is that if natural prices were to continue on, they said that it will last till 2040, but in realistic timing, it only lasts till 2020, which is not far from now. So by then, it would the fracturing would cause a harmful impact into our economy. Thank you.